encourage your soul, enlighten your mind, and empower your faith. This is the Light Network. Hello and welcome to Preachers in Training, the podcast on which we discuss all things preaching and ministry. I'm Robert Hatfield. We're coming to you once again from the exhibit hall floor at Polishing the Pulpit 2025 in Sevierville, Tennessee. Happy to be here today with a great friend of mine, Paul Sain. Hello, Paul. How you doing?
Greetings, sir. It's an honor to be back a part of the Light Network and just to have association with you.
Absolutely.
We've got some memories in our memory bank, don't we?
We've got just a few. We go way back.
Let's see. The first time at PTP was when? 2011, I believe?
I think that's right. Yeah, I was trying to figure that out
and
earlier.
What is it that Emily and LaDon remember the most?
Well, they remember getting down on the floor and taping down cables. Not everyone gets that experience here.
Not at all. And they're still angry at us for having them help us do that.
That's the truth. So for several years, we got to be involved, and you're still doing video production and things, but we were actually doing the recording itself. Now you're just doing the distribution, the duplication and distribution
Gospel
part
Broadcasting Network, Memphis School, etc., had a part in it, and how helpful it's been. But I think we did it ourselves, just the four of us, as well as some other help that we pulled in, 4, 5, 6 years.
Oh, yeah. And it felt like 10, 15, 20.
It did for a fact. I've now been doing it since 2011.
Yeah.
And last year, for an example, we did 308 sermons in 8 days.
Wow.
Okay. And as well as then to cumulatively look, I think we're somewhere around 24 to 2,500 DVDs that we're maintaining, keeping in stock, filling orders for, etc.
Wow.
That's been through the years.
So the neat thing is people can go, like on your website, sanepublications.com, there you go, and they can select from this library of 2,000 plus.
Yes, they're all posted
sermons.
there individually.
That's amazing.
Or you can get them collectively.
Yeah.
If they buy 20 or more, the price drops down just for information's sake to help the people get it economically.
Yeah.
But
you can search, if you're looking for Dan Winkler or whatever, you can search for that.
Yes, you can.
Very cool.
And interest to me especially, some of those in that 15-year period are no longer with us.
Yeah.
And to be able to go back and pull some of those forward, that's pretty cool that they're still preaching and teaching.
That's right. You have long since been a champion of helping the voices live on, even though those voices have passed from this life.
We've tried that.
Yeah.
I was thinking just a few days ago, if I can even back up before that, in St. Louis, Missouri in 1970s, we were duplicating and distributing cassette tapes.
Cassette tapes. Okay. Our audience may not even know what a cassette tape is.
I mean, well, actually, before that, I was 8-track tapes.
Wow.
And we were recording some of those, too.
Whoa.
So we've gone through generational situations.
Yeah.
But the cassette tapes went by the wayside. We now are doing DVDs. We know that soon that probably is going to be gone.
Yeah.
We've had some people over at our booth say, "What is a DVD?"
Really?
Literally. And I thought, well, what planet are you from?
Yeah.
Almost jokingly.
Yeah.
But we've started something lately, and we're putting the lessons on a thumb drive.
Oh, there's a thumb drive in there.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing.
That is really, really cool.
Yeah,
but
check it out. Wow.
On that particular one at Branson, just last month, there was 10 keynote addresses.
Oh, cool.
We were furnished the data. We compressed them down, and all 10 lessons are on that one flash drive.
Whoa. Okay, that's pretty amazing. So you've got the keynotes there.
Yes.
What do you think of the Christ? By what authority do you do these things?
The questions of Jesus.
Questions of Jesus. Oh, that's amazing.
And then
Very
the other
cool.
one that's laying there is one of the volumes of Voices from the Past that we've had. We've had these available since 2015 is when we started putting them out. But at that time, they were in a DVD format in a case, 14 different lessons.
Wow.
And now we've got all 14 lessons that are on that one flash drive, too.
Oh, that's amazing.
And we only have 2 of them completed, but we're going to do all 10 volumes. But for the first time, to even make it known publicly, we've got 20-some-odd more that are already developing in plan. And I've even got a list of some of the great preachers, younger and older, not just those that are quintennial, just
Yeah.
I mean, old folks like myself. I'm 79. Next birthday will be 80.
Yeah.
But there's some young men as well, not just those that have passed, those deceased. Some great lessons that they're presenting that we're hoping to make available as well.
That's pretty neat. Flavel Nichols, Tom Bright, Perry Cotham, Garland Elkins, Ira Rice, Curtis Cates, James Meadows, Wendell Winkler, just going down really quickly. 14,
that's just the one volume.
14 different speakers on that lesson, on this flash drive. That's
and
pretty cool.
There's 5 volumes of the 10 that are multiple speakers, and then there's 5 more. Hugo McCord, for an example, Andrew Conley, Wendell Winkler, all 14 lessons are by Wendell. All 14 lessons by Hugo McCord.
That's cool.
Etc.
Well, the flash drive thing, that's pretty neat. I love it. Now, these are videos that are on
They're
this.
videos, not audio.
Not audio. Okay.
Well,
cool.
audio and video combined.
Yeah, but not audio only.
Right.
Okay. I love it. All right. And these are available. I know that they're sort of debuting here at PTP.
They are debuting here.
Are they on your website or will be?
They will be next week, along with all of the 249 lessons that we're doing here this week.
Wow.
Okay.
And,
but they'll be on there in about, I don't know, a week to 10 days after we get back home.
Give you guys a minute to unpack and
catch our breath.
Catch the breath.
But
SAIN, sanepublications.com.
Correct.
Yeah.
Robert, I'm a little bit concerned. We've got some great preachers coming along, and some of your age and even younger, and they've got their feet on the ground. They're solid in the faith. I'm so thankful for them. I grew up on these speakers.
Yeah.
I drank from their well. I feel like I know what little I know now because of their teaching. I hope that our young preachers will avail themselves of just sitting down and sitting at the feet of these great men, the Wendell Winklers, the Guy in Woods, the Andrew Conleys. Andrew Conley changed my life back in 1969 at Freed-Hardeman University, college at that time, and I heard him for the first time. Big 6'4", broad-shouldered, booming voice, spoke on overcoming mediocrity. Well, I'd already been preaching then, but he lit a fire that continues to this day. These can help some young preachers do that too.
Yeah. And it's, the heart of what they're saying is the same thing we're trying to say today. They packaged it in some wonderfully unique ways, and that's why those are the names that many of us know, because they have the same impact that some of the big keynote speakers here this week are having on us as well.
Justin Rogers, I just spoke to him just a minute ago, and I'm sitting at his feet learning phenomenal information. The depth of his mind and study is just unequaled, in my opinion. But that's the kind of knowledge that we have access to, whether it be the men that have been dead for 40, 50 years or those that are still alive.
It's pretty cool. There's a lot of great things on your website and that you guys produce through sanepublications.com, and a lot of what we think about is books, and you do a few books.
Let's see, there's 27 of them. Just got another one yesterday that are in process right now.
That's all. Okay.
And we do everything from saddle stitch, spiral bound, paperback edition, perfect bound, or Smythe sewn hardbacks. We do all of that in-house from beginning to end. That's kind of a rarity. We're really a special dying industry as far as a brotherhood or as far as nationally is concerned.
Well, that's true. Well, we appreciate what you do, Paul. Of course,
Thank you so
you
much.
and I go back far enough, and you know my love for you and for LaDon and your family, and grateful to have you on today. This is fun.
It's kind of interesting. As I left Pulaski Thursday, and I went up by the church building and the house where y'all lived, at that time, right across the driveway from the church building.
Yes.
When I moved there in 87. 38 years ago. So we do go back a long way. And it's precious.
That's right. Paul was my preacher my whole life. And so there we go. That's just the way it is.
Let's see. Let's give them one more glimpse.
Okay.
Getting ready for PTP.
Yeah.
Out in the hallway, outside of our offices.
Our offices, yeah.
What would we see out there?
Oh, it was just, if all it was the tubs by that point, which may be like 16 tubs lining the halls, then we were in good shape. On a bad day, it was just miles of cables and
Unreal.
like a spider web.
Down the hallway all the way to the fellowship
That's
room.
right, yeah.
I mean, and the cameras in the,
Yeah.
Remember in the library one time when you set
We
it up?
just took it all. We had the test.
The cubicle with the Mac and the
Yeah.
digitizer and, everything.
It was all there.
It was a whole there.
That was good. Those were good days. We weren't sure it was going to work. Then we'd get here and have to run to Best Buy or Walmart or something.
All the way over across Knoxville to get something else.
That's right. Yeah, we've done all that stuff before. Those were fun.
They were fun.
Yeah, I still do that. I get here with all this equipment and I think, I don't know if all this is going to work or not. And then you forget the one cable. It's like a power cable or something.
Or adapter.
Or some adapter. That's right. Anyway.
Robert, I respect you highly, and the Light Network is an idea that developed into an amazing present status.
Yeah.
Entity of teaching, and I'm so proud of all that you do and everyone that's a part of this.
Thanks, yeah.
You're teaching and you're doing good.
We hope so. The Lord's blessing us, and we're just trying to steward it right. Yeah.
Try to.
Today, we're talking about an interesting and unique topic. I don't think we've ever dealt with this in over 300 episodes of Preachers in Training, and that is ministering to those in hospice care. And as we get started, I just thought I'd let you share to what extent you'd like to with our audience about why this is something that is special in your mind today.
My precious wife of 61 years plus, she has been a mainstay in our family. She's the princess of our family. She's the rock, as our girls will call them. Mm-hmm. And she has been so involved in Sain publications, in publishing, in videography work, etc. Couldn't have done anything without her. It's much like Emily is to you. Mm-hmm. It was in 2021, the girls and I noticed some deterioration, and we went to a neurologist that confirmed that early stages of Alzheimer's. I learned from this doctor that there's early stages, moderate, and then extreme. She's now in the extreme. She has lost down to about 70 pounds, doesn't care much about eating, is not able to function fully most days, even clothing and things of that nature. And I say that with great care and love, to maintain dignity, to express love for her and the people here at PTP. It's been heartwarming and melting to see them come by, and her eyes light up, and she hugs them, and it almost appears as if it's turned back the page 3 or 4 years. Dave Miller was there the other day, and she just hugged on him and said, "I love you, David." And just things like that. We now have been with hospice care. We started with palliative care first. The palliative care nurses came once a month, once every 2 weeks, and then we transitioned to hospice care. They come twice a week. Will come on more often as needed. I have, in 64 years of preaching, had an occasion many different times to walk with members through this traumatic time. End times, they're sometimes called. I have witnessed the hospice workers and their gentleness, their love, and I've been amazed and so uplifted. But now to feel it personally, to have Molly and Michaela, Whitney come by, hug down, bend over and give LaDon a kiss on the cheek, hug her and tell her, "How are you doing, princess?" or something like that. It's not just professionalism. it takes an awesome, tender, precious person to be a hospice worker effectively as these are. They have organized all medicines. They have taken to our needs. I've really equated it years ago, 20 years plus ago. We had a granddaughter that went through St. Jude's. And St. Jude is an awesome place as well. Yeah. They know what you need before you know that you need it. And they meet that need before you even know you need that need. And that's similar to hospice now. We've got everything from breathalyzer to oxygen to suction to wheelchairs already at our house. Don't need them yet, but anticipating and having it, because as the nurse said, we don't want you to need it tonight and not have it tonight. That's how good they are. And I don't know how we could survive without them. LaDon lights up, eyes glowing, when Molly especially, she's the one that's been with us the most. And when she walks in the door, and she recognizes her still, but I guess if nothing else, to kind of share just a little bit of what this older person who's preached a long time, and I've never felt like they were pushing themselves in. I've never felt like that they were doing too much, even with family, others in our family. But I've often thought in my mind, well, how are they going to approach this? For example, the chaplain that is available to us, but the nurse said, I think you've got that covered okay. And I smiled. But they handle it well too. And it's just been the most precious times the last few weeks to see them operate. And that's why I even kicked out this as a possible topic for us to look at today.
Appreciate you doing that. I think a lot of us have a misconception of hospice. Used to, anytime I would hear that word, it usually means that someone is very near the end of their life.
A few days or a few weeks at most.
And what we don't realize is, and you mentioned palliative care and hospice care, I mean, this is mostly pain management, which doesn't necessarily just imply we're right here at the end.
In fact, I had to learn that very quickly, because when they first mentioned hospice, I said, no, we're not ready for that. I mean, literally, my reaction was, we're not at that stage yet. I don't need that. And they very gently educate me, helping me to know that they have patients, some of which has been on that for a year or two. And thus, the needs that that patient has for this 12 to 18 to 24 months, they can attend to.
And I've even heard of some people who, because they were, maybe they're recovering from cancer treatments or something, I don't know the exact details, but they went on hospice for a period and actually came off of it after a little.
It's very possible. It surely is.
Because of it's the intensity of the pain that the hospice people, I think, are really actually able to.
Let me give you an inside view of that, which I did not know myself, was the pain management that you mentioned a moment ago. LaDon has had 5 different doctors, 2 in Nashville, 1 in Columbia, 2 locally, that have overseen all of her medicines that she needs for either this or that or the other, whatever. Under hospice, they take all of that together. We have a doctor appointment that was scheduled for next Monday in Nashville. We don't go to Nashville anymore. They come to us. We never go to except our local general practitioner. We do that periodically. But they oversee it, have the powers that be. LaDon is on hydrocodone and now trazodone to help her pain management. She hurts. You know how small she's always been, but now down to much less. And literally, she can't walk. Here at PTP, I've got an electric chair scooter, and it looks weird. But I've got a cushion, and she sits on that cushion in my lap to get from point A to point B. People look at us a little funny, and I don't guess they've ever seen that maybe before, and I really don't care. But you can't possibly, from this exhibit area to the ballrooms,
Right.
she could not navigate that at all.
Yeah.
But they oversee all of that and keep it going so beautifully.
If you were to just see LaDon in a moment right now where she recognizes people, she might even be up and greeting at sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And you might not realize, if you didn't know until you got up and interacted a little bit, exactly what all was going on. And so just to paint the picture for our audience, a lot of times, I mean, again, we've been in those moments where, the person goes under hospice care, they're confined to bed at home.
And no cognitives at all.
That's right. They keep them that way on purpose to alleviate the pain that they would be in if they were to bring them to consciousness. So it just shows you the wide gambit. And I guess what I'm trying to do is speak to the skill of these nurses who are able to meet the needs of all of this range of individuals and patients, and they do it with the greatest of care and bedside manner.
And to bring, like, husbands and wives or family up to speed as to, while they don't know how much longer, they don't know what significant change is coming next that you need to be, but they help you prepare for those things too. I've even asked, can you give me some more things for which I need to be alert or aware of? And they have been so wonderful to help that away. LaDon, a month ago when we went on this, 2 months ago, was still able to take care of herself pretty much. But picking out clothes now she can't. So I am privileged to do that. And we make it kind of fun. But I'll go to the closet and I'll pull out maybe a top that goes with her slip-on loose pants. And I'll have 2 or 3 tops. I said, babe, which one do you like the best for today? Or stuff like. In other words, the matter of choosing and being involved, interacting, and so forth. And she'll, LaDon, she'll let me know this one goes with it. Yeah, that's what I want. Or being a woman, and I don't mean that offensively. I mean that the height of love. She tries one on, and that's not exactly what she likes. And we take it off. We try on another one. And this morning here at PTP, that was the 3rd top before she finally decided on one.
Glad you brought some options, huh?
Yes. I brought enough for a truckload almost. But I want her to be her as long as she can. I want her with the cognitive skills that she does still possess to be in charge as much as she can. We'll ask, did you want a sausage biscuit this morning? Do you just want something to snack on? Or things like that. This morning, she ate up half a muffin and part of a sausage biscuit and some fried apples.
Okay.
And that's above average and rare, but it looked good to her, so anything she wants right now.
That's great. That's
great. It's been the hardest challenge to see the one that you love, that is your soulmate, your coworker. And I know this is maybe a little bit rough around the edges, the phrase, but dying every day, a little bit each day. And maybe what she did yesterday she can't do today, and you got to be on board with that. I've never talked to my father more than to ask him, first of all, LaDon has begged me, Paul, you've got to be here. You can't go before me. And I said, babe, I'm asking God to let me live at least one day longer than you. But then I asked him for wisdom and strength. Wisdom to know what is best for her, to meet her needs. Wisdom that involves patience. Not one of my strong suits, as I know you've heard me say, but the level of patience that it takes when asked maybe the same question every minute for the next 5 or 10 minutes. But you just answer it as if it's the first time, because it is the first time to her. Or when she gets flustered and has something to say, but she can't get it out.
Yeah.
The patience of, well, I've developed this new word called, not new word in this application,
Yeah.
I mean, creative. You hang on to something she's just said, and you accentuate that, you go to that, divert to help her to relax just a moment and forget that she cannot say what she wants to say that's really there that she's wanting to say.
Yeah.
So you adjust, and it's been a major learning curve for me as well.
From a preacher standpoint, a lot of us don't know what to do in situations like these. And again, you hear the word hospice, and your mind immediately goes to, and maybe, I don't know, maybe 7 times out of 10,
It's appropriate.
We might hear that and think, okay, it's a matter of days or weeks. Because of some of those, I don't know, stereotypes, I don't know if that's the right word to use, we might be ministers, but also just Christians might be a little standoffish. We don't know what we're going to see when we come in to make a visit. Thoughts you'd like to share about any of that, or
Maybe.
advice for us?
Possibly, but I struggle with that as well.
Yeah.
Even to my own wife at times. But being there is the most important thing. Maybe a brief visit, 2 to 5 minutes at the most, maybe. But to let that person, Ron Williams came by yesterday and came by again today. Ron and Don are just marvelous in their seminars that they present on grief and management, things of that nature. They have called multiple times every week ever since this journey began. But it's not so much what you say. To say it kind of crudely, they may not grasp or comprehend.
Yeah.
Don was telling in a lesson I heard him present the other day that if somebody walks up to somebody like that and says, "How are you?" You're asking them how they are.
Yeah.
Don said the average person in that state, it takes 7 to 10 seconds for them to absorb and grasp that and put it into focus. So you cannot ask questions mostly.
Yeah.
Usually just comments.
You just make statements.
"Ma, don't you look pretty today?" Or they're taking care of you for breakfast this morning, or something like that. Whatever it may be, that's just chit-chat that they're hearing, but they couldn't respond to instantly at all.
You also, I like the word you've used several times, dignity, and maintaining the dignity of this person. You don't want them to just sit in the corner by themselves the whole time either. Sometimes they need rest, and that might be okay, but you don't want to ignore someone.
You've got to maintain that.
Yeah.
My wife has always had dangly earrings.
Yes.
Attractive. Shoes that are fashionable. The joke at East Hill for 28 years was the women and the men both look at her and say, "Earrings, shoes." The men say the earrings will make good fishing lures. And the women said, "Where'd you get those pair of shoes?" She's always been beautifully dressed. I cannot let that deteriorate. And I help her with her shower in the mornings, and then we get dressed. She usually goes, when we're at home, she goes with me to the printing business.
Okay.
And she still wants to help when she can. Sometimes she gets frustrated when she cannot do.
Yeah.
And feel apart. "I haven't done anything for you today," she would say. But dignity is a good word, not just still a human being, and maybe not able to function as she has in the past, but we've got to maintain her identity and preciousness every way we can.
Right.
Our girls have just been marvelous. Our grandchildren, when they stop by, it just is amazing. When friends have come by, it is so uplifting. I'm going to open a can of worms a little bit by saying it this way. Some friends have not been by. And 1 or 2 have even said, I just want to remember her the way she was. And I have tried to be kind, but I've tried to be a little bit blunt too, saying, please don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
She needs you now.
Yeah.
She really, the memories that she has, oftentimes the long ago memories is more fresh than the present day ones.
Mm-hmm.
But she may remember when we went to Gatlinburg or when we went to Panama City, wherever,
Yeah.
and she may light up just because you walked through the door.
Yeah.
And thus, if it's 2 or 5 minutes, it doesn't matter. Length of time, she has no concept of time,
Mm-hmm.
but she will maybe never forget your brief visit. So
Yeah.
my encouragement would be, don't hesitate to go by.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about even what you say.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, I care about you. I just want to come by and let you know I love y'all.
Yeah.
Or, my don't you look pretty, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's enough.
I don't, this is going to be a little rough around the edges too, but the individual has not passed away.
No.
So we ought not to treat it like that.
Yes.
Right.
You know, I've got hearing aids. I can't hear real well.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that are blind.
Mm.
There's some people that are lame.
Yeah.
They can't get around. They're not themselves in the years past. But just because they cannot see doesn't mean they don't have something that
Yes.
is cognitive and recognizable.
Yeah.
Well, that's similar to my precious bride and others in similar situations.
Mm-hmm.
They are still a human being that we must treat with love and dignity.
Can we transition a little and talk about caregiving in all of this? Because in addition to the individual appreciating the visit, I'm sure the caregiver enjoys, shall we say, just contact with the outside world. You know, what's going on? How do you think? What do you want to say about all of that? This gets a little more personal than maybe you wanted to be. But
Sure, that's okay, buddy. No hesitancy at all.
Good.
I have used the word respite.
Mm.
At times having people come by, or maybe coming and staying with her for an hour or so while I take care of other things that are pressing,
Yeah.
financial, business-wise, jobs that have to be taken care of on this day, etc.
Yeah.
It gives just a few moments respite or a brief rest. The doctor, the neurologist that I referred to a few minutes ago, the last visit that Heather and Dawn and myself and LaDon had with her, that's two of the daughters and LaDon and I, and the doctor spent 40 minutes approximately with us in the room, 10, 12, 15 minutes with LaDon. The girls drew attention to this after we got back out in the car about the significant amount of time that the doctor spent talking to me. And how are you?
Yeah.
And what can we do for you? And you have to have a break. Now, that's the doctor. Hospice workers have done the same thing. They even have one segment in which, if I don't see it happening, but they can take her and put her in, it's not called assisted living, it's not called nursing home, it's not called it, I forgot the exact term, but they have a place that they can take care of her around the clock for 3 to 5 days to give the caregiver a break.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes when that is needed.
Yeah.
As I said, I don't think I ever want that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that might come, and me just not know it now. I don't know how to say this, Robert, without it almost sounding martyrish, and there is no thought of that. Ego, personal. But there's so many times that my precious wife does not know, cannot assimilate the thoughts of the burden that it is on me or others.
Yeah.
That
Right.
she can't get it. And sometimes she'll be pretty impatient about, I need some sweet tea. I need this, I need that. That's okay.
Yeah.
But whatever I'm doing, it has to be dropped pretty soon because she wants that tea right there.
Well, like you said, there's no concept of time.
There is no
or
concept
any
of
that.
time or anything else or what it takes to get it.
Sure.
She's grown to love rides
Yeah.
around Giles County, and most beautiful county in the Tennessee, I think. I'm kind of prejudiced. But we'll go 2 to 3 rides a day, 10, 15 miles, 30, 40 miles at a time. And when she wants that, she pretty much wants it now. But you learn how to maybe divert. Baby will do that. But, we got to get a bite to eat first.
Yeah.
Or we got to do this first.
Okay.
And so that helps.
Yeah.
Now back and connect the dots on those 2 things. That drive of 20 or 30 minutes is also a respite for both of us.
Okay, yeah.
And so a relaxing break from the normal things that we do.
Yeah.
Friends have been so helpful to offer. But if Heather or Dawn, especially either one of those 2 are here right now, they would tell you more emphatically than I'm going to, I'm her security blanket.
Yeah.
I'm the one that she wants to be around.
Yeah.
Dawn had to come divert LaDon's attention when I snuck away from the booth a while ago because she would want to be right here with me.
Sure, yeah.
So that's consuming.
Yeah.
Obsessive.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
What drives you? Is it the vows you made? Is it the 60 some odd years? How would you put all of that into words?
You just pretty well said it.
I just did.
You did a good job.
All right.
LaDon and I have faced many things challenging in our life. Our first child died at age 6 weeks. We've been through 2 tornadoes. We've had a house to burn. We've had a flood of 7 feet deep in our house. We've gone through those things side by side, endured them, picked up the pieces, and go on.
With good attitude. I mean, you kept the main things the main things. You didn't.
You got to put them in perspective.
Right.
That's just things.
Yeah.
I've had both hips replaced. I've had a shoulder replaced a year ago, March. And I've often said to LaDon, even recently, babe, you were there for me. You took care of me when I couldn't walk. You were there when I was in such pain. You helped me so much, didn't you? And I'd usually make her say, yes, I did. And I said, that's what I'm going to do for you. And I said, now you can't do this as much as you would like, but we're going to still do this together. We keep emphasizing, I do continually, daily, multiple times. We walk together. We're going to get home together one day. And no matter which one of us gets there first, we'll wait for the other to get there. And it's challenging. I don't know of a better word maybe, but sometimes overwhelming. Knowing that it's not going to get better back to those times. And knowing that the inevitable is quickly coming. The doctor told us last month, her exact words, almost verbatim, was, I hope I'm wrong, because I don't know for sure, but I don't think she'll make it till Christmas. So we know what's ahead. She's had a couple of MRIs that have shown the parts of the brain that are deteriorated and dead, a good sizable portion. But let's say that I had to have a leg amputated, that part's gone, but I'm still Paul.
Yes.
She has a part gone, but she's still LaDon. But more importantly than anything is whether I've got a leg or an arm missing or whatever, I still have a soul. That is all important. That is the only thing that matters. Here I am about to start preaching now, but nothing matters beyond that.
Right.
That's all that is important. And she has a precious soul. We sat at the house less than a week and a half ago, I guess, on the couch, and it was one of her more clear cognitive moments. And she said, I miss my mom and dad.
Oh, yeah.
They've been gone 12, 15 years. I said, I do mine. My mother died in 93. My dad died 45 years ago. And she looked at me and she said, won't it be good to see him again? Michelle, that's our first child.
Yeah.
We talk about her a lot.
Oh.
And LaDon would quickly, often say, I can't wait to see her again.
Oh.
And that's what drives us.
Yeah.
But as we're sitting here now in this booth and people are walking by, that's the message we need to all possess is it doesn't matter about these cameras and tables and people and lessons unless we take the spiritual side and say, help draw me closer to God.
I think about Romans chapter 8 where Paul talks about the creation is groaning. And I think about a soul, I don't know if this is the right way to say it or not, but trapped in a body that is doing what bodies do.
A vehicle to get around.
It's a vehicle, and this vehicle is declining.
Yeah.
And one day that soul will be unleashed and go to be with God who made it.
Get to be home.
Get to be home, finally.
Eric, Sunday morning,
yes.
when I listened to his lesson, I love that man beyond words, and he has a way of articulating the story that we've all preached, but maybe seeing some things I've never noticed in a way that everybody can understand, but it's about it going home. And if you're not right, as he said, you need to make those changes today.
Right. You've kept preaching, and so maybe in the last few moments here, I just want to point that out. I mean, you haven't really given up anything in the midst of everything else, and you've talked about all-encompassing and even overwhelming, and you're bearing that with joy and with love and with faith and with prayer. And then come Sundays, most Sundays, you're right there in that pulpit. How is all this changing? Is it changing preaching over decades? You know, how is that?
Well, the first thing comes to my mind is kind of selfish. I do not get to go to the office at 4 a.m. and get my private study time.
Yeah. As has been your custom for like your whole life, it seems like.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I do not get to spend time even on a phone or an iPad at the house. LaDon has become a little upset at times when I'm distracted.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not just watching a video. I'm not just piddling around trying to do some searches and or preparation. Yeah. She doesn't know that.
Yeah.
But I've now been curtailed in class and sermon preparation. Can I get up there and talk out of the overflow? Sure.
Yeah.
But it's not the fresh look at a subject or something that I have prided myself in trying to do.
Sure.
So that has drastically changed. But for 60 some odd years, God has provided, and I love with a passion to preach and teach. 64 years of it, started in 61. And, well, a lot of that back then really shouldn't be classified as sermons. It was just getting up and yabbering. But anyway, but to have the privilege of being a servant of God and to have a princess of a preacher's wife, I don't think there's a lot that could be equal to her, but I don't think there's any that surpass her. She's had our house always ready at a moment's notice for visitors to come in and have a Bible study or whatever it can be, or fix a meal for her. She's been ready to go to somebody's house for a Bible study with me and be the silent partner, but encourager to the woman that is there also. Yeah. She's been the one that we worked together in the business, same publications, but also in a lot of new ideas. Even when I come home, and what is it that I would usually say that I've said to you a time?
I've been thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honey, I've been thinking, and this idea, and she cringes almost. But
I can hear her now. Oh boy, what now?
Yeah, that's her.
But that was all just an act. I mean, she was there to support you no matter what.
I'm not sure it was all an act.
Well, she never did do what she said she would do. She said, if you don't quit thinking, I'm going to,
I'm going to take you out of this world.
Take you out. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to PG that.
And see, I know how good she has been in years past as a marksman with a pistol.
That's what I'm getting at.
I've seen her take a .38 revolver and walk a tin can 5 out of 6 shots. So I have to be careful around her.
Better take it seriously.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it's been a team effort, she and I. And you and I have talked about this as well, at East Hill especially. And look at the men that came through that pulpit with us there. Some of the great minds. I mean, the greatest preachers in the whole brotherhood at that time. Mm-hmm. And we've been blessed to partner with them, to know them closely, and to work with them in that way. And then LaDon and I have even with the publishing as well.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's all about getting home. It's nothing else important.
And you still have a passion through your preaching to help others get home too.
Trying there.
I love it.
To have a chance to go to Memphis School or Tri-Cities or Florida School or wherever, and to see those young men, speak to them, encourage them, to help them, and to light a fire in them as Andrew Conley did to me in 1969, as I said a while ago.
You even have a session here this week coming up from the time we're recording this, thinking about the future and all that. I think that's on the preacher track, isn't it? So that's pretty neat.
That is cool.
Appreciate you, Paul.
Thank you so much. And again, back to the hospice just for a moment.
Yeah, please.
Work with them.
Yeah.
They're there to help you. I'm sure there may be some individual workers that are not absolutely phenomenal. I haven't met them yet.
Me either.
And let them hear your desires, but yet at the same time compliment them on their action, and it'll be to the betterment of the patient for sure. I've
known a lot of great nurses, but if we're just broad brushing buckets, hospice nurses are the best in the business. They just are.
I don't know how they find them or how the people find them.
Right, yeah.
But it takes a special person with a depth of heart, the depth of love for human beings, a care and compassion. The word compassion. Yeah. The company that we're using is called Compassus, from compassion and us. And it's appropriate because they're one word I would use more than any would be compassion. They're compassion. Yeah. Thank you for letting me have this opportunity.
Thank you for doing it. You've given us insight that it is difficult to come by. So many people, when they're in tough situations like you're in, maybe we don't feel as though we can ask questions like this, but also few are as forthcoming as you are to share and to help us, and we appreciate that.
Well, that means a lot. When I asked you about this, I said, is it appropriate or inappropriate? And this is down to the depth of your soul. That's almost. Right. Yeah. Not just mine, but dear people that are also going through this. And at times, I can see it very actual. People don't know where to turn. Yeah. They almost don't know what sources or resources that they have. But, by the way, I should have mentioned 2 books. First of all, Alzheimer's.com is a wonderful site.
If you can figure out how to spell it. But anyway.
Yeah, if you can. I had to learn. ALZHEIME. Yeah. But one of the books in particular, there's one called The 36-Hour Day, appropriately named for caregivers. And then there's another one that I personally have benefited from even more, and I've forgotten the exact title, but it's the gist of it is the Caregiver's Survival Handbook. It's not written by a doctor on the medical term level as much as it is from the practical day-to-day level. And it has it in stages. If you want to know the depth of my heart, I read it about 50 or 60 pages, and I reached a point I didn't want to know any more then. When I get to that point, I'll read more.
Okay, sure.
But at times, it's telling you maybe what is coming, and my mind wasn't quite ready to receive that yet.
Sure.
I had a lady that came to the house the other day, and she meant well. I don't doubt her intentions as being very caring, but her blunt question was, have you picked out a funeral home yet?
Oh, me.
That was her words.
Okay.
And I said, no, I haven't. And I said, I'm not ready now either.
Yeah.
I know what it's going to be. Since that time, that prompted me to start putting some things together.
Sure.
And as I said, she meant well.
Yeah.
But this book helps you along that way, too.
Good. Okay. I will search those. Are those on Amazon or anything?
I'm sure they are. Anybody that might want to reach out, I'll gladly send Ty a picture of the books or whatever at psain@sainpublications.com, my email.
Okay. Very good. We'll have some links in the show notes as well for that. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, sir.
This is like you said, it's down to the soul work, but this is the realm that we get to. We have the privilege as preachers of being involved with, and it's good to be equipped like this. So thanks. Thank you for being a part of this edition of Preachers in Training. Remind you can find us every Thursday from thelightnetwork.tv, any podcast app, and also on YouTube. Thank you for being with us. Until next time, let's go preach the word.